my nostalgia.
Hello guys, welcome back to another nostalgic video. Even though it's not September time doesn't mean it's nostalgia. It is going to be part of the nostalgia series season 2, but at the same time it isn't. Keep that in mind though guys. So this is the top 10 saddest moments in our nostalgia kids flicks. So obviously it's not just about our favourite death scenes. Oh wait, okay, that sounds a little bit dark. What I mean is like what we remember watching and what we found sad when, for example, Mufasa dies, and it was a really big thing about when we watched the film and we were crying our eyes out. That sort of favourite death scenes, not like shooting or whatever. But anyway, let's begin. So number 10 is going to be the starting point because number 10 is not the favourite, nor probably it is our favourite, but it's not the complete saddest thing ever. So it's going to be on the top, and number 1 is going to be at number 1, obviously at the end. Because that's what loads of people do. So I'm going to do it, and this is put this in mind, guys. Also. This video is the first ever top 10 video, so if you find this video crummy, I'm so sorry. Probably in my other review videos of me doing a top 10 or something, it'll be a little bit better. Anyway, let's go. Number 10, Pocahontas. Now, I love Pocahontas. I like the sequel, kinda. Not really, but Pocahontas is a very good film. The one that made me sad a little bit, a lot actually, but it's not really the saddest thing ever on this review anyway. The saddest one's going to be on number 1, obviously. But what is the point when I found it sad is when Pocahontas say goodbye to, I can't remember his name, on the boat when he was. Actually, I don't remember, but you know what I mean. But that was sad, and you can kind of agree it wasn't the best saddest scene. But anyway, number 9, Monsters Inc. So what I found sad in Monsters Inc., and I know probably loads of you have, is the point of or the scene when Sully says goodbye to Boo, or I don't know what her real name is actually. But yeah, it's quite sad. It's not the most saddest scene. I'm gonna say this in every single countdown. It's not the most. It's not the most saddest scene, scariest scene, lovely scene, or whatever. But anyway, it's just so sad. I'm not just saying this. I actually feel like it's such an emotional scene, and yeah. Number 8, Toy Story 3. Okay. Yes, because Toy Story 3 is not the most nostalgic movies out of our childhood, but it's kind of old, so you could say it's kind of oldish to put in the nostalgia list. Anyway, what I found sad is, okay, there's 2 parts that I found sad. This is on to number 8, because it's not really that sad, is what I found sad is when Woody and the others know that they're going to go to their deaths, but they don't know how to escape because they've been pushed in, and I can't remember his bear's name, but he's not even bothered. He's just wanted to kill them all, so he's not even bothered to press the button, and they're all going to their deaths until who saves them? Those little aliens on that from Pizza Planet. And guess what? They survived. Surprise, surprise. But yeah, it was a quite sad scene. I watched it at the cinema, and I nearly I was like, oh, seriously, I don't want I don't want this to happen. I know this is gonna have I know this is gonna have another sequel after that, and it's gonna be terrible. And I was right. In 2020, I think it was. I'm not sure anymore. But yeah, Toy Story 3 is quite sad when you think about it. But yeah, it was so sad. As I said before, I think I said it before. I didn't want it to happen. Number 7, Toy Story 3. Again, I know, Toy Story 3 saying goodbye. You know, Andy saying goodbye to the other toys, and I dare say it's the most saddest scene out of the movie, personally. Um, let alone all the other Toy Story films being sad. This is the ultimate one. Okay, no, just kidding. It is not the ultimate one, but it's kind of sad. Obviously, that's why it's called the saddest nostalgic movies. I don't know why I found it sad, to be honest. I just found it sad. But probably because I related to him saying goodbye to, because I had to take away my toys, but I didn't feel the same sadness as Andy, but still sad, I think, personally. So obviously there's lots of sad scenes in Pinocchio, but I don't know about you, but my nostalgia kind of sad scene from all the scenes from Pinocchio that is out of all the sad kind of emotional things for me personally is when Tromboli kidnaps Pinocchio, and I don't know. It's to me. I don't like people kidnapping people. People kidnapping people. You know, I don't like bad people kidnapping. You know, I don't mind good people kidnapping bad people and try to kill them or whatever in like films or whatever. But I don't like bad people kidnapping. You know, in films. I'm not saying in real life, but even though real life is more upsetting, but still. Anyway, um. I don't know why. I just feel it like it's one of those things to you or to me that your favorite or your top 10 or top one favorite upsetting favorite happy thing, happy this. For some people find it differently, but I find it different with what I find sad in Pinocchio. So yeah. Um. Anyway, what I found sad about this scene is that he is turning into, you know, burning wood kind of thingy. And I know, okay, don't worry, donkeys you can still live because you're still a donkey, but you have to work hard and that. Okay, maybe that's the other side of things, but I'm not gonna go there because it's too disturbing. But anyway, this is disturbing, but less disturbing than you think it will be. Anyway, that's my saddest scene in Pinocchio. I know there's several, but I just chose that one because I think, that's my saddest thing I got so far with that one. So, yeah, I know it's a little bit lame, but hey ho. Anyway, the next one. Scary. What I find sad about Dumbo is, surprise, surprise, Dumbo saying goodbye to, or being miss her mum, his mum. It's Actually, I don't know why I like that film anymore. It's too freaky-ish, but um, it's still a good film. It's Yeah. But back to this. If I was Dumbo, I'll be holding on to the trunk. The trunk. I'll be holding on to the trunk of Jumbo, and yeah, it's yeah. Not that emotional in the Dumbo remake recently, but the old Dumbo. That's the one I'm talking about right now. You don't know that? You need education. Number 3, Lion King. Now, what you find sad, this is not the death scene of Mufasa. Okay, just keep that in mind. What I found sad in this is when Simba, when he grows up, he looks at the clouds and sees the ghost of, I don't know what he is really, of Mufasa speaking down to Simba, obviously. And what I found sad about that, it's not what he says, but the music fits really, really well with the atmosphere and the cloud scene, everything, and it just made me sad. And because that's why I put it to the lower bit. I was gonna put it really high up because it's not that sad and it's not that well known sadness movies, but I'm just gonna put it down there because it really fits in, just like other. You know, it's one of those sad films when it's not supposed to be sad. It's just supposed to remind you of a very special person in the movie, and it's kind of sad, but it's not supposed to be sad. It's kind of telling you what to do, and that's what he was saying. Simba, you had to do this, you had to do that. I'm proud of you. Blah 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 blah. But still, it was sad. So I'm gonna put that number 3. Yeah. I know I'm watching this through, by the way. I just want to get this video over and done, so I don't forget about anything I have to say about it, about all these nostalgia movies. Okay, number 2, Fox and the Hound. Do you know why I put it at number 2? I'm gonna put it at number 4. No, number 2. Do you know why? Because of the old lady saying goodbye to, I can't remember his name. I can't remember any of these people or these characters' names out of the films. Anyway, you know what I mean. If you watched the film already, the story is the hunter who played by, I can't remember his name either. He's also in the Deciding Adventure, I think it was. I'm not sure. And also Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. He played Grandpa. He's playing a hunter in this, and the hunter, obviously, if you didn't know, he kills animals, and at one point he's just saying to the old lady, "Why have you got animal in your house?" But that's by the by. So, and then he does that all the time. "Oh, you old lady, why did you carry a fox in your house? It's really disgraceful." But anyway, what I found sad about this is that she loves the fox very much. She has to take him away so he doesn't get killed or anything, and it's quite, actually it's a lot sadder than you think, because I think it was edited down, but I think it was because I watched on the VHS, you see, and if you watch on DVD, it's not that emotional than what I've grown up with, because I watched other films that hasn't really trimmed down that much. And back in the day on VHS, there wasn't that much remastered versions on the VHS. That's how it was, and you can tell. Anyway, back to this. The old lady, she doesn't want the fox to be killed. A precious little fox, and she cries, he cries, I cry, you cry, everybody cries at that scene. That's why I'm putting it down on number 2, but it's not that sad at number 1, I'm gonna tell you that, but it's still sad. I am not even making this up. I know you seem like I'm making this up, but I'm not making this up, okay? I don't know what to say now, it's just too emotional. Number 1, I know it's not really the best one for you personally, but I think some of us know this is probably the best one. Number 1, Toy Story 2. Yes, Toy Story 2. Do you know why it's so good about Toy Story 2? Because it's a sequel, and sequels are better. From our childhood anyway. But nowadays, sequels from any kids' films or any films, rubbish. But back in the day, sequels were very good because it had all 3D-ness, or was that just the third films? I don't know anymore. Okay. But anyway, sequels are good back in the day. Nowadays, sequels are bad. You can tell. Anyway, you know why I like Toy Story 2? Because everybody meets a new toy because an old man or some kind of weird wood. He's not really the most evil man in any Toy Story movie or any Disney movie ever, but he is such an idiot. He just wants to keep these ornaments of toys in his room and then sell them or something on eBay or something. Back in the day in the 90s, you didn't have eBay. You suck. But yeah. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that there's a scene when Jessie tells about her life with a toy owner. Spoilers or some various. We all think it's Andy's mum when she was young, but we don't know really. Anyway, the song "When She Loved Me" or something like that, it's really emotional. It's really emotional. I know some people might think it's not the most emotional scene or most saddest scene out of any nostalgia movies, but that'll do. I know there's going to be extras, but I'm not bothered today. I might do extras in the next top 10 video. Anyway, do you know why I found that sad when he left? Well, she left actually, when she left Jessie behind, because I think everybody across the globe will find any person leaving you on the street or whatever, and that's very, very sad, and we all can relate to that. And if you don't relate to that, I think you're living under a rock. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you all next time. And obviously this is the real Craig here, this is not the fake Craig or any other Craigs on this channel. I know it's a little bit terrifying, but anyway, I don't know why you're still staring at me. Go away. Go right now. Obviously I just want to say I think this is going to be episode 2 of my nostalgia, but I'm still going to put it way from September time, so keep that in mind. I know we're supposed to make it in order, but we can just move some episodes around to fit it in an appropriate stage of my nostalgia season 2. Yeah, you didn't think there was going to be a season 2, there is a season 2, and if you don't follow any seasons on this channel, well, you don't know anything. But obviously loads of people are bright. Loads of people are bright on this channel. That's why I say subscribe. But some people aren't bright, you know. And that's a shame. Goodbye.
More nostalgia.
Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm just gonna say, yeah. You know when we done the series My Nostalgia, guess what? This is season 2. Okay? So if you didn't know already, there's loads of news recently from our childhood. One of the things are do we have to talk about this? So what we grown up with is different stuff, but if you're living in this country, United Kingdom, you probably know about CBeebies and nostalgic news, and nostalgia feeling. Yeah, it's a thing, because I just said it in like the first or second episode of my nostalgia, and I say, yeah, we can just call it that, even though it's a made up word and it doesn't make any sense. We can just put that in a series. Yeah, a nostalgic feeling, come outside. I know we don't really like people from certain kid shows and whatever, and yeah, and Lynda is one of them. We're not sure if we like her, we hate her, we her, we probably give and take. You can just get used to it kind of person. Her, we don't know what we can agree about this lady here. Okay, so obviously she passed away recently. Okay, some time ago, but because it's the season. Every season on My Nostalgia starts to September to December. Yeah, because we need to do other videos out of the way before that time, or this time, September time. So we're gonna obviously we're not going to talk about certain stuff about people because without their permission or whatever. But yeah, give and take about people's views. Some say she's boring, some say I can't stand her, I can't stand him, sort of people, and I didn't mind her. Okay, I thought she was excellent, being or portraying the role as Aunt Mabel and Gladys Emmanuel from Come Outside, but other shows that I didn't really watch that she was in, like Doctor Who. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is the only thing that we've grown up with is Come Outside, and we done videos about her. Not much, not very little, not very huge bits of her life because, as again, permission. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna say rest in peace. Hope you have a good day in the afterlife. In not that kind of afterlife, but yes. But we're not going to go too deep about her, as I said on the podcast. If you remember, oh god, TMI, look, it's what you call nostalgic news. Obviously, the last nostalgic news kind of video was about Tots TV, and that didn't go too much into information about that show too much, and I'm not gonna say too much about Come Outside either because it's too much for us. I think too much for me, too much for you. Maybe I shut up. But yeah, obviously, she's died recently. Pippin died. The dog who played Pippin, who's called Pippin, is because most dogs and most pets are original names are this, and some aren't, but some original names is the actual character's name. But anyway, that's sidetrack. But obviously Pippin died way long ago before Lynda Bowen, and I think I've done shorts about rest in peace Lynda Bowen, but obviously I pronounced or spelt it wrong, so that was very good of me. Yeah. So I don't want to go too deep about the subject because I don't really know the lady. You don't really know her. I personally don't know her, but we all know her as Auntie Mabel. Come outside. There's Emmanuel. Open hours. So yeah, I appreciate with people thinking you forgot this news, you forgot that news. But in the next episode, I'll probably talk about not really because of I don't want to go too much on the subject on another news with Biff and Chip, but that's going to be in the next episode. But at the same time, I'm not going to go too deep because some people might get upset, you see. So yeah. Anyway, so thank you very much for watching this video. Obviously, you do know, of course, this video is going to take like very short because last news or something took about like 10 minutes or so. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this nostalgia video. Obviously, there's another obviously, if you didn't know that. If you do know that, I'll shut up. So there's another thing that's going on about several people have been died recently because of old age, this, that, and this has nothing to do with my nostalgia. So we're gonna just watch videos that's related to people who played in this and that. We're not gonna take it too seriously. we are going to take it seriously, but we're not good. I know that some people might think I'm not taking this seriously, and I'm not giving them credit or whatever because they died. I am actually, I'm not really that much of a critic sometimes. So I do actually care. I know some people don't really believe that because some people think I'm a weird, dirty guy from the internet, but don't worry, I'm not that bad. Alright. Anyway, so back to my nostalgia. Come outside. Yeah, everything is educational about the show. I think because most shows from the 90s are repeated from the 2000s, and yeah, that's what happened for us. We just watched certain shows that wasn't around this era, the beginning of this century, and it just happened, or originally a list released on the 90s or the 80s or something. So obviously some shows we keep in the VHS, and some shows are repeated on television. It's really complicated because you might think I've been born in the 90s even though I wasn't. So so you may think I'm old, but I'm not old. I look like 20 years older or something like that. Anyway, back to this video. Um, yeah, I don't think I'm going to say much about her. All I know, I've been heard that she's a really nice lady, and I'm crying now. Um, yeah, obviously I am not gonna say random things, and it's not true because I don't think that's very nice. So I'm just going to be very careful what I'm saying here now, guys. And I'll not really look at you because of this. It's my script right here, and I can't talk to you and look at you and think that was yeah. Um. Yeah. Obviously, this season might be a little bit too sad because there's another thing going on about somebody dying or something like to do with Biff and Chip or the night. Oh, this season is gonna be sad or whatever. No, it's not. It's gonna be cheerful. I promise you. Um. But yeah, there's nothing else to say really. It's really sad. I think it happened in March or something like that. I'm not sure. I need to Google it later on in this video. Uh, but anyway, back to anyway. Somebody told me who knows me very well. Who's not a weirdo or not a creep. Anyway, I know him, and he told me that she died about when I heard the news around March or April. I don't know when it was. I can't remember anymore. It's September now, and now you forget what month she died or he died or whatever person who died in the past. Anyway, when she died, when it was on the news and wherever, I didn't see it on the news or whatever. I just finally known when somebody told me it. Anyway, he told me that she died, and I think I had like 2 or 3 days of me crying, or not crying, but not quite. That's the wrong word. Um, Me upset because it was I grown up with I grown up with I grown up with Come Outside. I grown up with Open No Hours and not really in Doctor Who standards, but I obviously like sci-fi. But I don't really I had to be fair and believe it, guys. I haven't watched all the original series, like Tom Baker, John Pertwee, Doctor Who's. Um, so obviously she was in the later seasons in the 80s of Doctor Who. Obviously not William Hartnell time, but anyway, it's back to this. Um, Yeah, I obviously I was crying, not really. I keep on saying crying, but I know it's not that. Um, I was really upset, and about like 2 days, I think. I'm not sure. I think it was like 2 or 3 days. I'm not sure. And then I got used to it. Well, not really. I got gradually took it in like, okay, a person's died that I really loved, or not really loved, but and yeah, that's it. And then when somebody else dies and somebody else dies again in the future, probably, I don't know. we had to do several videos that obviously it won't be in the right place because it's, you know, a new thing, new video, new thing, new video. Not a new thing, a new person who died, that we know that's connected to the UK, or you could also put the US, I don't care, because it's still a person that we know and love. It doesn't have to be UK though. Like famous people from, I don't know, Canada or something. But that's another story. Not another story. Another country that we don't really know of about, or we don't hear much about on, or do we? No, I'm taking a lie now. Because we do know lots of countries. It's not just 3 countries. There's loads of countries. Anyway, back to Lynda Bowen. There's loads of videos that we need to do. Obviously, when a person we already know and love dies and passes away, and it's a shame really, because we don't really notice loads of people who done the very good work and whatever, and we just don't really appreciate what they did in the past and whatever, and we just say, yeah, they died, meh, boo hoo. But we do care, so obviously some people don't, so I'm just gonna take it as that. But yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. I know it's not the best nostalgia video. I'm just doing something because otherwise it's too late, because I need to do a schedule for doing videos, and so it's around September time, it's around April, it's around August, it's around Christmas time, December, it's around October time, Halloween. So obviously I need to do loads of videos. Yeah. But you don't know who Lynn Bowen. If you don't know who Lynda Bowen is, guys, I'll show you a video, and if you don't know, come outside as well. I'll show you a video. Yeah. As again, guys, we don't really know who she really is, and we just need to be very careful what we say about a person. Like, oh, she's very good, she's very talented. Is she? We don't know. But yeah, obviously we need to be very careful what we say about people, and yeah, we need to take this really seriously, guys, because there's several things going on recently about in the world, and anyway, this is especially about somebody who died, and yeah, we in the past, even though we do care in the past and still do now, believe it or not, we look back and we think it's very good that we watch something, we do something, and we don't do it anymore because we're getting old. But we appreciate that you give something to us and we like it, and now when you get old and you say, well, farewell people, we're not going to entertain you anymore, it's really sad. Talking about, I don't know, people who passed away, and one of them is Lynda Bowen, of course, but yeah, I think I'm gonna cry now. I'm crying, a video, I'm crying. No, I'm just, no, yeah, I got nothing at the moment. I'm just going to just go in the corner and cry. Yeah, subscribe if you like this video and you like nostalgia videos, and click that like button if you like this video. Yeah, I just went like, oh, I don't know what to say now. No, I do know what I'm saying because I got a script here, even though I'm not supposed to tell you that. Yeah, sorry. Okay, so I'll do a better video about nostalgia and who's, and I'll tell you about it. Thank you very much for watching this video. yeah, you can't hear that. I'm gonna tell you this door. My door likes to. My door always wants to be in the video. It's like he wants to be a star in my videos, and this is what you can hear at the door. I know this is the table, or whatever, but this is actually the door's noise. Oh, hurt myself now. Yeah, just don't do that at home, guys, because you'll hurt your shoulder. Yeah. But obviously we need to. Yeah, Joel, I agree. We need to end this video, but obviously we need to notice that, as I said before, when people die, don't just say, "Oh, she's died," "Oh, he died," whatever. It's really important. A person goes down to earth, does something good, and some people do things really strangely and bad. Don't appreciate them because even though we forgive them, they still need to go to hell. No, we're not going to talk about that. But some dirty people out there, weird, and we don't really want to know them very well, and we're not going to talk about them. But yeah, so people go down to earth, do something good, do very good stuff, even though you can probably sad, emotional, as I said before, sad, happy, jolly, miserable again, whatever. You're still a really good person. You're just a little bit shy, but some people won't be. Like, I don't know, Lynda Barron. I don't think she's shy. Or okay, maybe everybody's actually shy, but yeah. But I'm really sad that she died, and other people who died. That everybody else who died that we know. I was a little bit sad, but not that much sad than Lynda Barron because I got up with her. So have you. Okay. So thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you all next time. Bye. And also, I'll do better videos in the future. I know these reacting videos that Craig also does. He doesn't do much good videos nowadays. Yeah. Anyway, I'll see you all next time, and if I have you, don't watch Craig's videos, but watch my video. No, watch Craig's videos. I know he's not really good, but still watch his videos of reacting to this and that. That's also me. But don't people, I'm not supposed to tell you that, am I? Okay, you need to go right now. Alright? Go. I'm watching you go. Look. Go. You're not going. You need to go now. What's wrong with you? Hello guys, welcome back to another video. I just want to say my nostalgia again. Not really, but it kind of is, because I was a kid playing this game and it came out sometimes some years before that, and now I look back at it, I think, oh, that last one was past. And anyway, this is Halloween, and I thought maybe we can talk about Scavenger hunt of Garfield. So there's not much of reviews out there about this game, and yeah, so this is probably the first one that I'm gonna do. So thank you very much for subscribing if you had already, and I know this is not the most interesting Halloween video review, so this is like a quick review. It's not going to be very long. So what I know about this game is, like, I played it on one of those very weird online game free websites that has those kid games. It's not an adult. It's not an adult website. It's a children's website, all ages. I think it is anyway. Nothing much. Nothing much to say about that. Even though you probably never heard of those websites. I think I just had and other people have, if it comes to any sort of countries. Anyway, Garfield is very popular in this country and other countries, so it's probably right to recognise a character in a game called Scavenger Hunt. I think it's called anyway. So you get donuts, get other sweets and savoury stuff in a haunted house. That's it really. So I done it on Halloween because it's from my nostalgia. It's not really because it was like 2013, not 2000. So, you know, it's a little bit far-fetched. I know it's not really that nostalgic, but for some reason I feel like it is because of how old I was and young at the same time. So you could say this, even though I was knocking on to a little bit of an old generation and stuff like that, it was really, really old. And, like old, like, I don't know, what's a new game online nowadays? Don't know. So obviously this game is really old. There's a sequel of it, and there's probably like a third version of it. Garfield's Scavenger Hunt. There's probably like a third or second one after the first one. I don't know. I just feel like there is because some people talked about it, and I haven't played the second one or the third one. I think this is the second one. I'm not sure. I just played the first one, and it's really good. At the time, I was like, I was a noob at it. I just went there. Like, there's a little tiny switch button on the side of the screen, and then you go across and dig some stuff up from a grave. You go in the safe and do the little numbers. From outside, I had another grave. It's really complex when you're like when I was my age. I'm not sure how old I was. I think I was like 7 or 8. I'm not sure. I think I was a little bit older than that, but still, I was really confused because back in the day, I used to play games like Minecraft, but I was rubbish at it. But now I'm very good at it. Right now, I still like playing Minecraft, guys. I haven't played Fortnite, I haven't played GTA. I'll probably play them in like the future when I'm 30 or something. I'm not sure if they're still around when I'm 30. I'm not sure. So yeah, this game is gonna be old fashioned, boring, a little bit interesting, but still boring when I'm a little bit older. But still, I'm not gonna play it because I don't think I'm that sort of age to play it. Minecraft is supposed to be for all ages. I think Scavenger Hunt, the Garfield version, I think it is. I'm not sure, or just the Garfield Scavenger Hunt. It's probably just for like teens and children. So I'm not sure really what it is. So anyway, so this is my review of this game. Haven't played it for years, even though I probably researched it, seeing if it's still a thing nowadays, because some games that used to be in 2010 or something is now deleted, blocked, boring, don't want to go on the internet anymore. Blah, 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 blah. But Scavenger Hunt is a real thing nowadays, and it's not a thing from those days. It's still from these days. So check it out if you want to let your children play it or your nephews or whatever. Very good game. Using your brain to do this puzzle and that puzzle. It's one of those really difficult. Do this and do that afterwards, or do this before you do something else, and before it's that sort of game. It's not a game like, oh, I need this, but I already got this, but I don't know how to do it. It's not that sort of game. It's got like, oh, I haven't got this, or I have got this. You need to get this before you get that. This. Get it? Anyway, so I'm not going to obviously show you some images because of copyright claims, or probably because I don't know, when I used to show you stuff before, it's got a little bit of glitch to my videos. I'm not sure what happened to my videos lately when I talk about videos and stuff from films and stuff, because got a little bit weird. Now I obviously am a very good editor in my videos. I just don't want to show that I'm a really good editor and then it comes out as bad. So I take my time, and I'll talk about that in a let's talk video or something like that. But this is more important about scavenger hunt on Halloween. So so obviously if you want, I'll put some links in the description of like what it looks like, or videos of it, because it is a thing in 2022, or probably 2023, probably, I think it is anyway. If it's deleted in 2023 and you're watching this back, you think, why is it? You know, because you're watching this video. So, thank you very much for watching this video. I stopped it up to here because I wanted to stop very easily, because I feel like there's nothing else much to say, but it's just a game where you get donuts and you exceed. You play it for an hour or 3 hours, because that's how long it is, and you try not to get scared by opening some caves, or opening some graves, or opening some beds, or it's like a haunted house, so there must be beds, cupboards, dirt all around, some ceilings falling. It's a really good game. I haven't played it for a really long time, so I may be saying random stuff for no reason, but anyway, this game is really good. I recommend you playing it. If you don't find it good or rubbish, I'm not sure what you might find of this game. I'm not sure really. I think it's just one of those games that he's like, meh, I will just play it once and whatever, Craig, whatever. So if you do like this game, you play it for an hour, that's good, because I just played it for an hour and I got bored of it. Yeah, this review is like this. I don't like it, but see if you like it. Woo! No, I do like it. It's just not. I like it in a really I don't care way. I don't like. I don't. I don't hate it, like saying like, oh, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I do like it, but I just don't care about the game. I'm just playing it because I find it nostalgic, because Garfield was a big thing in the 2090s and 80s, so yeah. I don't know what else to say about this game. Okay, I just don't know. Oh, I just don't know. I just find it good. Okay, let's compromise. Let's say this video is bad, shall we? Okay, some fans say it's not bad. Okay, what do I have to say? What do I have to say? Oh, my nostalgia. This is very interesting about a game that's not really from my childhood. Okay, maybe it's a little bit far-fetched. Is that why you're complaining? Oh, I get it, because it's not scary enough for Halloween. Ooh. What? I could just see lots of people staring at me like they don't know what to say about this video. That's why I'm saying this right now. I got nothing. Bye. I just got nothing, guys. I just want to make a video about this because I don't want to say that this video, this game is nothing, because I haven't made a video about it, and I really want to make a video about it because I think it's a really good game to play for for young viewers and older viewers. So yeah, that's why I want to make a video about it. But obviously some people don't, for example right now. So I'm so sorry if you think I'm bad about reviews of games like this. So what do you want me to review? Put in the comments below. Put in the comments below, because I have nothing. I just feel like this game is really good, really bad in the middle. Yeah. Okay, so could I just say something else? Yep. At least it's not that scary than Five Nights at Freddy's. Yeah? No? You think I'm going absolutely lame, right? Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. You think I'm lame. Yeah, because it's never mind nostalgia hood. You get it? Nostalgia hood. That's another thing now. It's not nostalgia feeling, it's the nostalgia hood. Yeah, it's not from my childhood nostalgia hood. It's from my early teens. I'm not sure. It's okay, not really early teens, but it's from my like 9, 8, something like that when I play this game. So it's not really teens. But anyway, thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you all next time. I absolutely got nothing about why you're complaining about such a thing as is not from my nostalgia. It's not really scary to put on Halloween. What is up with you folks? Are you getting a little bit bored or something? Okay, I'm just gonna say this video is really not that good because some people right now are getting bored of my review on this game. Although there's one thing I have to say, I do like the way it's trying to make it hard, but it's really easy. Although, did I say that before? I don't know. I don't give a damn anymore. Just go away. Go away, go and subscribe. You have to subscribe, otherwise I won't make videos again. Although people won't care that I won't make videos again. I don't know. Goodbye. Yeah, that's it about this game. If you know, okay, some people obviously don't know this game, so I need to clarify this as well. I thought I was going already, but I'm not anymore. So this is all. Okay, this is more of this game. So hello guys, welcome back to another video. I'm so sorry that my head's a mess. Yeah, I just came out of the shower and I really want to do another my nostalgia episode. So I'm in a rush, as you can probably have tell by getting changed very quickly. I took my time with the shower. So anyway. That's nothing to do with this video.
More nostalgia.
In this episode, we're gonna look at another disturbing British kind of episode of my nostalgia, the Numberjacks. So the Numberjacks is a very, very old kids show from the early 2000s, and I used to grow up with this. My friends growing up with this, I probably have guessed, and because I know some of my friends growing up with this, and they know what I'm on about. So this kind of is one of those disturbing British programs, and it's not at the same time. So it's what I can say. It is. It isn't. We don't know. But yeah, this what I'm trying to say is, with all the disturbing ones, these are the least disturbing ones because it's back in those days in the early 2000s. Animation was really popular, but it wasn't that unpopular with the style like nowadays, with the animation being so with superb with the backgrounds and like I don't know. So yeah, like lots of animations is weird, but in those days when we were young, but when we're here now, lots of animations are like really, really better over the years. But yeah, but if you hear noise in the background, I'm so sorry. But yeah, this is like in this series over time. There's different villains in this series called, like the bobble head man. Oh, and have you heard that this and this bearded blob man sounds like Sid James, doesn't it? I don't really like him, obviously because he's a villain. I mean, like very best villains, bad villains in the series. Because there's lots of villains in the series. My favorite one is the white person, like the white suit person, because he um gets all the toys, he gets all the numbers, and he tries to kill them with the other ones. He tries to wreck the mystery of everything with the numbers, but the villains in the other ones don't really do that very good. Well, they do, but it's not really a best thing, if that makes sense. And I'm not really speaking really clearly recently. I just can't focus properly because you know, so I'm just putting lots of videos out so before it's just too late. So that's what I'm gonna do. That's why if I'm in a rush, I'm so sorry. But I'm really taking this seriously, this kid show, because I've grown up with this and I'm trying to be professional now. So it's weird. It's really really weird when it comes to videos like this. Um, but anyway, so my favourite one is the white suit person. Can't remember his name. I will show you in a minute, and I might know what he is. The name. And the other thing is that all the numbers are great. It's just they hide. They work in a sofa. Like how bizarre is that? They work in inside a sofa. Like in some kind of hidden place to with lots of spies, like in James Bond. They work in some kind of building. I get that because they're humans, but numbers. They think you can shove them in the fridge, or because you put numbers on fridges, right? Yeah, but no, sofa. Because when I was watching on television as a kid, I think I remember this, is that you know, I'm thinking, where's the Numberjacks? Are they stalking us? Are they staring at us? Are they trying to see what I'm doing? And as mum and dad said, no, it's all make believe. They didn't say that really. They said, no, 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 they're not in there. They definitely didn't say it's make believe, because I'm sure this is the official one of the kids shows that are made by proper companies. So they're not one of those kid shows who's like a low budget company. It's really official companies that So I don't know why they said that sort of thing. My parents. Anyway, this show is really really good because how much children know how to learn numbers, but in a weird style, thinking hey, guess what? We're on a mission to solve this crime with Spooky Spoon or something, or like that animation of Spooky Spoon really, really scared me as a kid. And look at her face, like seriously, you know what I mean? Like Spooky Spoon, that really scared me as a kid. Anyway, so I really love this show, but I really hate the animation. Yeah, this is what I like about shows from the 2000s. They're trying to be educational, and they're trying to be really making you enjoy that program. Because CBeebies back in the day, they didn't just got lots of kids shows like Bing or whatever nowadays, like Number Blocks or where they are. I just know that because lots of people watch it on CBB websites, and I just heard of it by lots of people that are doing it in around this country. Not if you're living in America. So if you don't know what the BBC is, it's like a British broadcast, but the UK wise, it's the same thing. So anyway, back to this. So basically, CBBC is basically this Nickelodeon version the British version of Nickelodeon, or you know, so it's like that. It's like a kid show channel on TV. Anyway, so Numberjacks I really do like. It's just for some reason when I watched as a kid, I got really disturbed, really frustrated, and really cringed with the fact that they're in the sofa and they look at you every single time without even staring. They still look at you weirdly, especially the villains. And I like how they just, with other kids shows in the past, they had lots of real kids talking to other people on screens. I don't know what happened to the 2000s with kids shows talking to other people on screen, you know, like with like the the Green Balloon Club or something. I'm not sure you can remember that show. To have other kids talking to other kids. 2000 kids shows are weird, man. So yeah, I'm not sure if you live in another country and this sort of thing happens, you've got the same sort of idea, but yeah, that's okay because you might be getting more confused than I am. If you want to look at the official Numberjacks website or the YouTube channel, please do that. Links in the description. It is a really good show, but I'm just saying it's a little bit weird, creepy, not really freaky, just creepy and disturbing. Because you know, why is there lots of numbers in the sofa? It's really weird, So I don't know why. It you know what I mean? Like, why is there numbers in a sofa, in a couch? What? Anyway, because my favorite villain is the white suit guy, it's because how he sucks all. When I say suck, I really mean like shoving it all into some kind of weird thingy. I don't know what it really is. I don't mean suck like something inappropriate. I know lots of kid shows are inappropriate, but it doesn't mean I'm gonna be inappropriate. Okay, watch it. So I like how he's trying to kill all the numbers, but with the other ones they try to make it really challenging for the numbers and trying to make it horrible for the numbers, but they're not really killing the numbers, if that makes sense. You know, the other villains like the bearded blob man, the green glob thingy looks like what I'm not gonna say because of the recent news.
Yes. Look.
Yucky, yucky.
Oh no, that's the problem, Blob.
And also Spooky Spoon. And what's that weird shape, purple shape monster that looks like something out of the 2000s or 90s kid video game. Like, I am a weird purple shape monster. Ooh. I haven't watched the show for ages. I'm just remembering what's in here. You know what I mean? I'm nearly gonna be a little bit older than I am, and I'm gonna have a memory loss. So I'm just gonna say what what I can remember. Anyway, if you've grown up with the show, put more things in the comments that I missed, because I know lots of people think I say something and that the whole entire video will be finished, and there's more things I have to say, so and I haven't said it, so please put it in the comments what I missed. And it's like, it's one of those kid shows that are not supposed to be disturbing, but it is really disturbing, and I'm not sure how I can express it that way, but I really love this program because the Numberjacks are on their way. Whew. Okay, it's not that interesting, but come on, they had a shot. It's the same with Tommy Zoom. It's the same with Ben 10 that I didn't really see. You know, they had those kind of intros that are really, really epic, but they're really, really small and boring at the same time. But they're trying. And I think the Americans are saying, oh, the BBC is really a poor company. No wonder they can't do proper intros for stuff. Boo you! That's offensive, by the way. How dare you? It's not my fault. It's their fault. It's the BBC's fault of being stupid doing stupid intros, not stupid programs, stupid intros. They're different. And if you didn't know that, you need education. So, yeah, this is all I got of this series. My favourite number is probably 4 because he's probably one of the main numbers who's in charge of the whole group, and also because he's less terrifying than, well, like all the other numbers are terrifying, but most, like the number 2, get it? Number 2. The number 2 ultimate terrifying numbers are 1 and 0. 0, I mean, you know. They just don't talk much, and they're more like staring at things and say less important things and go like, I think I got something. Wow. Like the old one, they go like, oh, guess what? There's something really happened, you know, in the park or in the factory. Oh, this is really important. What can I do? Well, you know, and the other numbers. But with 1 and 0, they go like, ooh, oh, I don't know what to do. Or maybe I do, but I need to be very careful what I say. Because it's a kid show, we need to learn. Oh. But maybe they did say lots of other things as well, 1 and 0, but maybe I can't remember. But this is how I grown up with this whole thing. And yeah, as I said again, I haven't really watched the show, but I do know it's one of the best shows that I watched for ages. You know what I mean? Because we all need to learn about numbers, especially me. That's why I pointed at me before. Yeah, so please subscribe if you like this video or like this series, my Nostalgia Season 2. But yeah, this is Season 2 and you already know that. If you didn't know that and you just came across this episode, that's okay, I'm not going to blame you. But some people already know that this is Season 2, but just for like reminding, it's Season 2, it's not Season 1. And hopefully I'll carry on doing like reviews of Narnia series, because I didn't do it this year yet, so I'll do it next year. I'll probably do it in the next episode, maybe not, we don't know. So yeah, I really love this show because it's one of those disturbing kids shows that are not supposed to be disturbing, but it sounds disturbing, just like, or looks disturbing at the same time, just like Step Inside and other shows like that. You know, it's what's up with people? You know what I mean? What's up with people in kids shows thinking, I want to make sure the kids get disturbed. Okay, what I'm trying to say is not disturbed like Doctor Who disturbing or you know, those proper kids show disturbing. It's one of those disturbing kids shows as, you know, you got the idea, but I just don't know how I'm so lucky I am that every time I review or watch something, it has to be a little bit dark and creepy, and I don't want that. I want something happy and light-hearted. Even though this show, you know, Numberjacks is a light-hearted show, it really doesn't seem like it, does it? You know what I mean? Like, Anyway, even the music, if you didn't hear the music of this, you have to hear all the music. Even this, you know, because you know when the numbers go in this machine, and this weird machine looks really, really weird, you have to check this out. So, yeah. Bye.
More nostalgia.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Have you noticed that this is another of my nostalgia videos? Not really, but it kind of is. In this season of Biff and Chip apparently is racist. You know, some of the books, I'm not saying all of them is, but some of them are. And it was on the news around ages ago this year, and I have to do this thing because it's connected to my nostalgia and Biff and Chip and everything. So this is like a quick review, like about hopefully around like 2 or 5 minutes, because I'm not going to go deep into it because YouTube restrictions, or probably because I don't want to be in trouble of any way, of any sort of kind. But I mean, like, I grew up with Biff and Chip. I didn't really care about Biff and Chip personally because it wasn't my favourite book series, but it kind of gave me a little bit of impact on small books for children, small detail for children, and then I really liked that sort of books, but didn't like the stories, didn't like how it's so easy for me, because I like books that are really hard to read or whatever, really challenging, that sort of thing. This book series I didn't like personally, as you probably do know, but I did grow up with it, and now I think it's kind of my nostalgic feeling. I know that's not really a big thing, but hey ho. I feel like this is, I don't care about that nostalgia feeling kind of quote, but I'm just going to say it. But anyway, this book apparently is to do with, oh, you watched this video anyway, you check it out.
It is a matter of common observation that some people have too much time on their hands, and there could hardly be a better illustration of this than the small group of people who have lately whipped up a storm on social media about, of all unlikely things, a book featuring those perennial favourites, Biff and Chip. These are characters from a reading scheme widely used in British schools, and they are, as a rule, right-thinking and progressive types who are about as multicultural as you can get. They have black and Chinese playmates and travel around the world having all kinds of adventures. Alas, one of their trips took them to an unnamed location which made them distinctly uneasy. This may be seen in the thumbnail to this video, and I assume that it is either London or some town in the north of England. The clues are plain enough. Everybody in the street they visit is foreign, with the men wearing turbans or keffirs. The Oxford University Press have reacted to the mad accusations of Islamophobia by announcing that they have pulped every copy of this children's book, lest it cause unforgivable offence to foreigners who have chosen to live in this country. This, then, is modern Britain. Children's books for at least the last 150 years have featured fantasies of this kind, where children travel to the past or to distant parts of the world. The whole point is that some of these adventures are scary for them, and it allows the children reading the book to share in this fear in a safe and controlled way. One thinks of the books by E. Nesbit, for example, where this happens, The Phoenix and the Carpet, say, or Five Children and It. Rudyard Kipling wrote similar children's books where the kids get into slightly unnerving situations by travelling into the past. I have never heard anybody complain about any of those books.
Hey guys, this is me, Craig, editing this video. I just want to say one thing. I know this is not really important, but I just noticed, I was just thinking while I was editing this video, I think this book's probably gonna be the well-known books is going to like fade into obscurity and everything, but when it's come to your childhood and reading lots of books and kid shows, anything in general, and now it's lost and now it's deleted because of a certain thing, that's probably good news, and I personally agree. When something is lost, something is deleted, or something that I think is a good thing or a bad thing or whatever, it's really sad, but at the same time it's good in a really good way, and that kind of upsets me sometimes. But for this personally, I think it's a good thing, and I was going to say, hopefully this video will recognise that all these sort of things happen in life, and it's really bad, it's really good, it's really horrible, it's really relief that if everything is gone because of how rude it was or anything like that. So if that makes sense. So if something in the past is annoying and you just found out nowadays and you're gonna just delete it, that's good. And if something is not bad and it's just lost or whatever, it's really sad. So any of these sort of emotions for this sort of thing, I understand and I'm feeling it. I can feel this emotion right now. And I wasn't really into, as you know, I didn't care about Biff and Chip, but because of fading, this book is going to fade in obscurity, I feel like, wow. But anyway, I'm just going to carry on with this video. Bye. See, I told you, it's really weird because some people are concerned about it, and it was on the news when it first came out this year, and I really wanted to do a review about it, but because I can't really remember because it was such a long time ago this year, but I really want to do a review about it in my Nostalgia season 2. I'm not sure what to say about it. I do think that back in the day when they were writing the books for kids in any sort of school, they didn't think it might be racist, and now they think, even though they didn't want it to be racist and didn't think it was racist, it is racist now because they said something about some of the people in that country. Some of the people will look evil, look bad, and I think some do, some don't. But personally, I think they were trying to say, oh, they look bad because they did something, even though they didn't really do anything. They probably might do something to Biff and Chip and the dog and whatever, and and they might steal the key so they won't come back to planet Earth, or not planet Earth, but you know what I mean, back to their country or something. So I'm not sure, because some films do that when they have bad guys in that sort of country, when not really, but some bad guys steal something and trying to make money out of it, or something else, trying, like from Indiana Jones or Carry On Up the Clive or something, I don't know, like that sort of thing. And I think they were trying to not go into it that much, but they were trying to give that sort of example in the book, thinking, oh, they might be bad, but they didn't come out right, and they came out to be racist. So at the end of the day, guys, don't write books for children that are featured about racism, because you never know what might happen in centuries to come, thinking, oh, that book is rather naughty, even though it's not supposed to be naughty. So anyway, guys, this is all I got, because I can't remember the news that much about Biff and Chip book. But this is my quick review. I know it's not really a big review or something, but this is what I got. I'm just going to point it out. I don't really like Biff and Chip, but I hate Biff and Chip because it's racist. And it's now banned in any bookstore, library, even the libraries at school apparently, and I do agree with that, because with LGBT and everything, and people's race, people's everything, I'm not going to say, I am going to say, but I want to say, because it's really powerful and it's really truthful who you are and everything, but I feel like some people don't really like that sort of thing, and I think that's a shame, but that's another video to talk about. But I mean, like, with Biff and Chip wise, I feel like that book needs to be cancelled, or not cancelled, but you know what I mean, that book needs to be long gone into the archives of Biff and Chip. But I mean, like, yeah, this book is probably a good book, but all for the I'm not sure what reason. So it's like, I think it's a good story, but I think it was not that good because of what that author put in there on accident or where. I don't think it was on purpose, obviously, because it's for a kids book. It's supposed to be very careful what you put in a kids book, obviously. So I'm not sure. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. I'm so sorry if I didn't put much effort into this video. I had put lots of effort into this video because I wanted to do it for ages, and because this news came out some time ago this year, and because this season has to come out in September time, or normally this season of my Nostalgia, every season of my Nostalgia comes out on September time, you need to plan what you're going to put in the season. So I wanted to put this in the season of Biff and Chip, of my Nostalgia and everything, even though it's not really my Nostalgia. It's to do with my Nostalgia, it's to do with my childhood with Biff and Chip and everything. So I feel like, yeah, I had to put this in, and I feel like this is important because it doesn't matter who you are or where you come from, it's who you are inside. I know some people think, oh, you mean the blood and the kidney bits and the bony bits? No, it's who you are in heart. That's what it meant. I know some people obviously know what I'm on about, but some people don't understand or whatever. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. And it's sadly, if I pronouncing that right, Raymond Biggs has died just after Olivia Newton-John. So he died around just about 2 or 1 day later after Olivia Newton-John died. So yeah, this is a very nice Christmas special of my nostalgia. Yeah, as again, I'm not sure. So thank you much for checking out the second season of my nostalgia. Because in last season of my nostalgia it was pretty boring with the Christmas special, because in the last Christmas special, with my nostalgia, we always I just done something boring, saying, oh, why don't we look at the Clifford one, because the Clifford movie where we live, in this country, came out in December time, so we can probably take a view about the old Clifford that we growing up as a kid. But sadly, it was copyrighted, so we had to trim it down. But anyway, I'll talk about copyright claims or whatever about in my videos in another Let's Talk video. But this is my nostalgia. When we look at through the title, my nostalgia, so we're going to look at, I guess, David Bowie's biggest Christmas movie, because apparently he was in it. Every time I see the credits for this film, I never see David Bowie, but apparently he was in the Snowman, even though there's no voices for any people in that film. Don't know. Anyway, this film is a very good film. It's called The Snowman, and this is illustrated by, Raymond Biggs, and he died, so this is also in memory video, clue. Yes, and I'm not sure. You hear voices in the back. I always say in these videos, if you hear voices in the background, I'm so sorry. I can't help it. My next door people can't stop doing these noises. So if you can hear stuff in the background, I'm so sorry. In the future, if I'm rich enough, if I can afford it, I'll have a thick walls. Thick walls? No, I'll have like a soundproof room, so you won't hear another side to the house or next door neighbours or whatever. So anyway, if you can't hear it, I look completely stupid right now. But I mean, yeah. So this film, as again, I don't know if it's copyrighted at the moment, because when you make a video, sometimes you don't know if it's copyrighted, and you have to edit again and then publish it again, and then it's like, oh, I'm not sure what to do, and so at the end of the day, I might edit this video out a little bit, and then it looks a little bit bizarre and it doesn't fit in properly, just like my other videos recently. So yeah, anyway, let's begin.
My nostalgia.
So obviously, when you can tell by this film, I don't know, it's just I like how the animation is so, as again, it's an animation video. There's lots of animation videos on this channel, but I mean, yeah. So this animation, it's drawn by either a little bit of pen and a little bit of pencil at the same time, colouring pencils and pens, and it's made in 1980s. So you know, and I'm not sure if it's a 1980s kids show, because it's mainly a family show. And this I don't know, the Snowman, personally, for me, I don't know, I'm not sure, I just find the Snowman pretty nostalgic, really, even though it came out in the 80s and I wasn't born in the 80s. But I mean, it came around the BBC time, at Christmas time, the Garfield or whatever. Where we live, we grew up with the Gruffalo or something else around Christmas time. And also about your country though. You know, your local, in your country, you have your local stations, obviously, on television, but I mean, like, you have those weird but really memorable kind of really lovely kids or family Christmas movies around that time, and the Gruffalo is one of them. It always comes out on BBC, you know, around the time of Christmas, and I don't know why, but it does. But anyway, with this, it's also the Snowman, and we don't see much of the Snowman that much. I don't know why, we just don't. But recently, when there was a sequel to the Snowman, Snowman and the Snow Dog, I didn't really get into it. Okay, maybe because I was going to the older child mode, but I was really grown up with the Snowman, the first one, and I don't know, it's just really weird because I feel like, even though this is one of the most nostalgic shows, I feel like, or films, I feel like this is like, I do like his work, but the other film I really love from his artwork or his, you know, his films or whatever is F for Ernest, and I might do a review about that, I'm not sure, but I mean, like, yeah. So I know I'm not taking this seriously, I'm not taking it in detail about the Snowman, because I really want to do another video at the same time today, of what you know, the actual day that I'm doing this video, obviously. So I know that's not really good, but I mean, like, I got a deadline. But again, I'm gonna take this seriously with this film. I'm not sure why, but I feel like every time I look at this film, every single time, you know, because I taped it on my, I got a tape kind of recorder on my TV. I got like 2 TVs in my house. I got a TV when you have YouTube, you have Disney Plus, that sort of TV, and I have an old TV, you know, like a second-hand TV that I bought down the street, and now it sounds really dodgy, but it's not dodgy. Anyway, so yeah, I really like the Snowman. I think it's, I don't know, I feel like, you know, when you watch things as a kid and you look back at them and you think, did I really watch that? And these are one of the films, this is not a show, but this is one of the films, you can call it a show really, because this is one episode, and it's about like 20 minutes or so. I'm not sure, because you know when a certain program comes out from your childhood that isn't really adulty and not really kiddish at the same time, it's all like, it's a family kind of show, and you feel like it's not really a normal family show, like, you know, in the summertime or something. It's a Christmas film, but it's quite nostalgic because evolution of time with kids films, you might think, oh, this show right now is really good, but you personally, the adults say, oh, it's kind of stupid. That's what I say about recent kids shows, probably because I've never seen them, but when I do see the kids shows, weirdly enough, I think they're really weird, probably because they've grown up with simple shows like Fireman Sam from the 80s, Thomas the Tank Engine from the 80s as well. I watched mainly lots of 80s kid shows, but I mean, like, you know, like from the UK, not from, I used to watch Barney and I didn't like it, but I mean, like, I did like it, but it's like one of those kids shows that you have to watch because that's the only thing that was on the VHS at the time, you know what I mean? So anyway, back to the Snowman. Yeah, it's one of those films that you just tape or you just watch, and the first time I came out, you know, around the 2000s, to get most films, you know, short films at Christmas time, we, you know, this Bond sometimes, well, really, personally, yeah, I didn't know it came out in the 80s, and I thought it came out in the 1990s, but nope. No, obviously, yeah, I do really love, classically, I can't speak today, I really classically love this film, but this short film is basically around like 20 or 30 minutes long, but I mean, like, when you look back at it, you think, that's not good, that is good, that bit's not good, that bit is good, you know what I mean? Because some scenes, when you think, is that Snowman or white because he's wearing makeup? Is he something? And I was going to say something. Get it? No, you didn't. Whatever. I was going to say that word, but I mean, like, some people get offended. But I mean, like, the 80s was weird, but it was also. You think the 1980s was a good time? I thought so. And then I watched lots of kids shows, and they're not really good. But I mean, like, yeah. So, I do think that some of the scenes from this show, I always say show with this. I know it's not a show from this film. I'm gonna call it a show just because. Sorry about that, guys. I had to go and leave the room. I am back now. You can obviously tell I left the room. But I mean, like, yeah, this show is really nostalgic. No, film. This film is very nostalgic because when you watch something from your childhood, you think it's not really nostalgic, but you kind of think it is, and then you kind of not. And these are one of the ones that you kind of think it is, but at the same time, it's really nostalgic because how much they put effort into it, and how much it's more memorable than the 80s. Because most 80s or 90s, I wasn't born in those times, but you know what I mean. But most shows back then, they just put on because of a deadline or a schedule, or the BBC wanted you to do this and that. But I mean, like, yeah, all these sort of things still happen. But I mean, like, but then the Snowman is so memorable nowadays, and how much, you know. And I know I keep on saying this, it's so nostalgic. I really like it. I got a nostalgic feeling, even though that's not really a big thing. That's not in the dictionary. But I mean, like, you know, that's gonna be a big trademark in this series. But I mean, like, especially when the song "Flying in the Air" or "Floating in the..." No, I can't speak today. But I mean, I have watched this film recently around Christmas time, and I'm flying in the air. I'm not gonna sing it because that's even worse. But I mean, like, that film, that song, you know, that song bit in the film is really heavenly. I don't know why. It is really heavenly vibey, heavenly something. I don't know why it just is. It's just one of those kid shows that you think, kids shows, kids films, kids whatever from those days, makes it really, especially around Christmas time, makes it really likeable. And some of the scenes, as I said before in this video, some of the scenes, like, is that good? Is that bad? Is that good? Is that bad? Especially when he dressed up as a well, people say a very pretty man when he's supposed to be a snowman. I'm not sure, pretty something. But I mean, like, back in those days, you can do whatever you want in the 2000s, 1980s, 1990s, and now it's really strict, and you can tell why. But I mean, like when you look back on these sort of things, it's quite weird. And as again, in the 2000s and the early 2010s, it was getting more less strict and less silly. So it was like in the middle of what we can do, and it is for children as well. So yeah. But I mean, like, this film, personally, every time I watch it, like every time I look back on it, I think I can remember as a kid when I watched this film. It was one of those films, or one of those short films when you watch on television thinking it's gonna be good, it's gonna be bad, maybe, I'm not sure. Hey dad, hey mom, can I just watch this and see what it's all about? And I didn't turn it on, and I expect you to like it, and I really did like it. Quite emotional though, especially at the end, spoiler alert, when he died, and I really did cry a lot inside, not physically, because I had a tear in my eye, I think. I'm not sure, but when I cried inside, it was really emotional, just like other films from the 2000s. Maybe, I'm not sure. I didn't really watch that much kid shows from the early 2000s really late or something, because there was some kid shows. I know that some later shows are for adults, obviously, but I mean, like, some later shows are for kids also. So I didn't watch that much, or those times of kid shows. I just watched the kids shows from the early time to mid time to whatever time, not the late time, like what happened to the Snowman, with the, if you remember what release date or whatever, you know what time it is, but I can't remember what release date it was. Especially, all I know about the release date, it was like really in like the early 2000s, probably late, early 2000s, early 2010s. But I mean, like, yeah, at the end of the day, we can't remember if it's good or bad. That we don't know what time it is and what late time and everything like that. And if I'm seeming like I'm just watching this video, I'm not. I just really want to make this video because otherwise I'll forget what I have to do today. But I mean, like, I did write everything down. I'm not going to show you my script because it looks stupid. It's not stupid, but it looks stupid when I say, oh, this is what I got. I'm going to put all this stuff down, and this is what I put. No, I'm not going to do that. And so this film, personally, like, especially at the end when the boy, I'm not sure what his name is, at the end of the day, we don't know the parents' names, whatever. No, his name is James. And he, for some reason, meets Father Christmas. I mean, you're supposed to not see Father Christmas. You're supposed to see Father, obviously, you need to see Father Christmas, but at Christmas time, you're not supposed to see Father Christmas. You're supposed to request about Father Christmas in a letter, but you cheated. You met him. I'm gonna blame on the Snowman. Is that why he got melted? Is that why that Father Christmas just cursed him to get all melted because of the sun? At the end of the day, I don't know. So yeah, I'm not sure what we can say about this film really. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it what? I don't know. Most films recently that I've watched is the same sort of thing. Is it good? Is it bad? I don't know. Like the Railway Children, Elvis, Lightyear. We don't know if it's bad or good or not. So most films nowadays hasn't got good charms in it that much that we want to. And if you're like really young or whatever and you think it's really charming, most adults think it's charming, but at the same time they don't think it's charming. If that makes sense. I don't think I said it right, but But yeah, you got the idea. So whatever I have to say about this film, this Snowman, actually, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to say about this. I was going to say something horribly wrong, like, this film sucks. But I really love the film because of how much effort put into it. And as a kid, you won't really understand that much, time to put into it. You just think, oh, it's a good flick, whatever. Yeah, can I watch something else? So back in those days, when you were a kid, you just want to watch something on the TV, and then you want to watch something else on the TV. But if you was like a kid in the 1980s and you just watched this film, you think the same sort of thing. What's next, Mum? Oh, it's nearly time for bed. Yeah, no. So, but now you have a long period of time, even at night time, the TV's still on, if you know what I mean. So, but back in the 80s, they still had a limit of time of broadcast or whatever, so on the TV, so it's kind of strict with or whatever. I don't know what happened. I keep on moving on to a different subject. I know I'm not supposed to do that in videos like this, but yeah, Christmas time. What are we going to do about this? Like, there's lots of bad stuff recently about climate change and all around prices where we live in the United Kingdom. So yeah, as again, we're having a harsh time. So I know this has nothing to do with the Snowman, but I mean, like, yeah, we need to be very careful what we're gonna buy for Christmas. That was what I was trying to say anyway, because it was to do with Christmas time and the Snowman. And I really want to look back on Ethel and Ernest, that film, because I really love that film. And with the memory of Raymond Biggs, you just need to understand that you need to watch something of his. I think, yeah, I do remember watching The Snowman. I really loved it, but I can't remember any single bit of it. But I mean, like, but I'm completely different to you. I loved the film. I remember when it first came on TV when I was a kid. and I loved the hell out of it. I know I'm not supposed to say the H word, but I mean, like, I really loved it. So emotional, so active, you know, with especially with the Snowman knowing what about the heat and knowing about what kind of things the parents wore and what the kid does, and you know, because he just came to life, he doesn't really know such stuff. So why does he know how to drive a motorbike? How did he know how to fly? We don't know. He's been cursed. Ooh, I know it's not Halloween, but still. Ooh. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video. I got nothing. Actually, I have got lots of stuff to say. But the thing is, I can't put lots of things in the description because YouTube hates me if I do that. Dun dun dun. I'm not going to put all the stuff in the box of the description bit. But I mean, like... So anyway, this film is really good. I really want you to check it out one day. And if you're living in a different country and you never had this sort of thing, please check it out. Links in the description as well. So yeah, please check it out. And you don't like this film, you just think, hey Greg, you're wrong. It's not good. It's bad. Well, that's your point of view. This is my point of view, thinking it's good. So at the end of the day, we're human beings. This is what we like. This is what I hate. This is what, you know, da 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 da. So, but yeah, for me personally, for my nostalgia, I really, really loved this film. Especially when it came out at Christmas time, because, you know, as a teen, as a adult, you finally realise that it hasn't got Christmas nowadays, lots of years of Christmas. It's not that magical anymore, but when you're a kid, you really, really love Christmas. I still love Christmas. I'm not saying I hate Christmas, but I mean, like, it's not really magical. Not because I don't believe. I do believe in Santa Claus and God in it. And God, I do believe in God. But I mean, like, I just don't feel that much energy with Christmas vibe, Christmas everything. No, seriously, I don't. I don't know. It's really emotional for me personally. I think, oh my God, why do I don't like Christmas anymore? I still do, but I don't feel like I like Christmas. I'm growing old and I don't like anything anymore. It's really like being a teenager, even though I am a teenager, and I really love things like this. Now, the only things I like is watching garbage on television. That's not what my parents says, but it's not garbage, it's good. What do you know, people? What do you know? Everything about television, everything about what we like. You parents suck. But anyway, at the end of the day, we're human beings. This is what we like, and we have to suffer with parents liking lots of garbage on television. But yeah, so I think at the end of the day, Snowman is ahead of his time, especially nowadays. You look back on it, even though you still see it every single Christmas time, probably, I'm not sure, but I mean, like, when you look at it, you still think, what decade did it first come out? Just so you like, that sort of thing you think of. But it was really from the 1980s. You will think it's from the 1980s, would you? Especially, you know, so wow. You know what I mean? Like, wow. Just how much this film has evolutioned. I'm not sure, maybe because it's, I don't think it is. I doubt if it has. I'm ashamed of you all, but hopefully it hasn't been remastered, because looking back on it now, it's still good. At least they probably remastered it, as I said before. And then when I watched as a kid, I can't really remember it. But even though I did, I think I blocked out of my mind with the horrible animation stuff, and then they remastered it for some reason. Because you weirdos don't understand legendary, evolutional, best Academy Award for I'm flying in the air. You know, what is up with you people? What is up with you? Show me what you got. Show me what you got. Ow! That maybe I won't hit my computer anymore. I think I deserve that. I was being a little bit harsh about the film, about you two, about you all actually, not you two. As again, I am not blaming the people who was responsible of making the film. I'm blaming the people who wanted to make remasters. you know what I mean. So yeah, I like the film personally, but I just don't feel like I'm not in the mood for showing my kids recent Christmas films. I will probably show my kids recent Christmas films if it's good, but when it's to do with nostalgic wise, I'll just let my kids, or if I had kids, or if I have my friends' sons or daughters, you know, and I'm like their uncle figure or something, like a babysitter, and then when I say I'm babies, no, when you know what I mean, when I look after them, you know, when they're out having a meal. I mean the parents or whatever, my friends, you know, but I mean like, you know, I'm just gonna force them watching the Snowman or whatever is on front of the television from our childhoods. You know, there's real, better Christmas movies. There's a do with Christmas anyway. If it's doing another matter, it'll be another matter, but I mean like, you know, another season. So yeah, at the end of the day, this film is a good film. I'm not saying it's bad, I'm not saying it's horrible, I'm not saying it's nostalgically meh, I'm not sure. It's nostalgically great, okay? It's great, even though that's nothing to do with Christmas, even though it's called Frosties. No pun included. Anyway, I'll see you all next time, and I'll see you in the next season of My Nostalgia. Season 3. Bye.